by the MLS, official grassroots partner, and by Nestle Nesquik, the official post-game drink. Today's broadcast of the U.S. Youth Soccer Far West Regional Championships brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance, by Toyota, the official automobile of U.S. Youth Soccer, by the Wilson Trophy Company, the official awards, medals, and pin supplier, by Liberty Mutual Insurance, the official auto, home, life, and workers' compensation insurance, by the National Soccer Coaches Association of America, official sponsor of U.S. Youth Soccer, and by Turbo Sports Group, the official video streaming production company of U.S. Youth Soccer webcasts. During this tournament, ball played into the middle, collected. Well, welcome back to Boise, Idaho. Welcome back to the Simplot Sports Complex, and welcome back to the 2016 U.S. Youth Soccer Far West Regional Championship. We've moved on to the U16 ranks as the boys' championship with a pair of California teams. It's Northern California against Southern California, as it is the El Camino Real Pumas out of Salinas in Monterey County. And they will take on the Strikers Football Club North out of La Habra, California. Mike Safford with you here on a warm day. And temperatures will be pushing 80, pushing 90 by the time this game is over. And it will be the Pumas in green, the Strikers in white. Both teams had very good runs in pool play. The El Camino Real Pumas 2-1 in pool play in Pool A. The Strikers FC 2-0-1 in Pool B. And the Strikers 4 shutouts in their 5 matches. Second set of championship games to be completed today. Our first game on this field went to extra time, and in overtime it was. In the 15 ranks, it was SC Sporting Green knocking off Rio Rapids out of New Mexico by a score of 2-1. Yesterday, 2 good matches. The Pumas getting a 2-1 victory over the LA Galaxy Gold to advance here. It was Carlos Pacheco with a game-winning goal in the 65th minute to win that one. The Strikers Football Club 2-0 win over Players Elite out of Nevada. That was a squad that, a very good squad. They scored 2 goals the first 12 minutes of action to come away with that victory. Players to watch for the Pumas. It starts in the midfield with Carlos Pacheco and Jose Trejo. Those 2 guys have combined to score 7, make that 5 goals here in this tournament. And it's the central defenders, Benjamin Palafox and Alfred Molina, the 2 stalwarts for Stephen McManus's team, the skipper out of Nottingham, England, trying to come away with a victory. Strikers already won the Cal South National Cup by winning all 10 of their matches during that tournament play. We are set to go a few minutes late due to the extra time in game 1. Looking forward to a good matchup here today. Always fun when you see a squad from California meeting a fellow team from your state. Our lead official today is Eric Herrera. He is the man in red. As we are ready for action. And off we go. The U16 boys title match here from Boise, Idaho. Little older players than what we saw in our first game. 2 teams that have played very well as their season has gone on. And the Pumas with a quick early run. It's Anthony Rangel Crosses one into the middle of the box and cleared away. Rangel at the near post, and it's served wide. Trying to take us out here on the near sideline. Danny Buenrostro, Nigel McGowan, Fernando Miller into that back line, coming at me again. Trying to head that one, more of a shoulder than a head. Probably didn't see it on the camera. Play to the feet of Santana. Nathaniel Santana through a quartet of green shirts. Possession the key. Spencer Hines to Noah Engstrom. A whiff on a clearance attempt, but finally Pacheco able to send it wide. To the far line in Toledo. And stood up strong that time by Arcadio Claudio. Long ball up the near sideline. Sent wide to Miller. Playing to the feet of the hustling Anthony Rangel. Rangel near corner. Push from behind. And they will call a corner kick. So it'll be the first corner for El Camino Real. And they will wait. As it will be Carlos Pacheco to serve the ball in. First opportunity for the Pumas. And the ball served in. Near post, and it's flicked away. It was deflected, so there'll be a chance for a second corner. As it was a quick flick that time by Ochoa. Ball played in far post this time, and this time headed out by Reyes. Served right back into the box where Engstrom able to play it up the near sideline to Toledo. Throw in along the far side. And slowly pushing the ball into the offensive zone comes the Strikers FC. Have not allowed a goal in each of their last two games. A 1-0 quarterfinal win against the Heat Football Club out of Nevada. Played a fellow Nevada team yesterday, a 2-0 win over Players Elite. Just the start of things in the U16 title match. Ball served into the box. That's Engstrom. Now cleared away. Quick feet that time by Jose Trejo to Jesus Ochoa. Trying to find the feet of Rangel, but unable to connect on the pass. Reyes for Strikers FC, intercepted. Good play that time by Pacheco in the middle of the field. He'll chip one in, headed up by Rangel. Now touched out to Ochoa. Ochoa plays it right back into the mixer, and it's cleared away. Near side goes Spencer Hines. Hines to Blake Tourville. A nice job at the central defense, but a chance for a run now for Spencer Hines. And signs to play back. Reyes along the near sideline. And a quick touch. That goes wide. 5 minutes in, we are scoreless. .50-50 ball won by the Strikers and Nathaniel Santana. And as he tried to find Engstrom, ball gets tipped away. Ball played, a quick pass to Reyes along the near corner. Hines tried a little back flick, and it's taken away. On the run comes Rangel. And the ball gets topped away. It should be a throw-in for the Strikers. wearing the white tops, the black shorts. Both teams in black shorts today. Has a throw in. Comes right to the center of the field. Turning there is Santana, and a hard foul right in the middle. Puma's first foul. 40 yards away. It'll be the foot of Blake Tourville, who will give way to the center back, Benjamin Parafox. Trying to find the big bodies in the middle. Sebastian Ramirez wearing blue today, the keeper for the Pumas. From Salinas, California. Ball played high, ball into the left side of the box. First head not there, and it's cleared out by the green shirts. Early on, the speed of play went to El Camino Real, and they continue to try to use their speed to their advantage as the strikers just serve a ball wide. Unable to get starting 11s from both sides to start this match, as it was a quick start to get things going because of the delay. Did not give us a chance to collect our thoughts, as it'll remain striker ball. Long throw, contested throw. Unable to collect it was Ben Rostro. The play in, and it's kicked away for a throw. Just inside the corner flag. And a long run for Jose Angel Reyes to collect it. He'll take a long, long run at the throw. Serves that one into the right corner of the 6-yard box, cleared out. Flicked back into the middle of the 18, but nothing happened. Working up top works Anthony Rangel. He's definitely the playmaker in terms of goal scoring for the Pumas. A big push there, good stand up on the defensive side. And it looks like a whistle and a foul on the strikers. Complete other side of the pitch from where we are. And you hear the whistle get blown. Not sure if you can hear it at home. But when you've got 3 other games going on in the vicinity, a lot of that time you're trying to tell whether or not that whistle is on this field or another. So after the stoppage, ball will be played in. Wish the sound of the whistle could be different for each field. That's technology at some other point. Unable to win the free ball of the strikers. Ball served into Rangel right in the middle of the box. Now it's Pacheco trying to clear it away the strikers, and they do so to Engstrom. Working the counter along the far sideline is Toledo. Up the left side of the pitch to Santana. And they will say it's last touched off the boot of Nathaniel Santana. A pair of goals here in this tournament. Engstrom with 3 goals. He has 3 of the 10 for the strikers here in Boise. Pacheco and Seca each have 3 for the Pumas. Their top goal scorers. 10th minute of play. Here in the first half, we were scoreless. Good job in reversing the pitch for the strikers, but then serve a ball right into the center of the field, right into traffic. Here comes Ochoa. Try to leave a pass along the far side, trying to get it to Farias, but unable to connect. Marco Checa, wearing number 14 today instead of 24. Actually, he is in 24. It's always fun when the roster you are given is not the same as the roster that was given to the officials. Big pet peeve of mine over the years. Because you know that so-and-so's mom expects you to know who that person is. Across the 18, the throw-in along the far side. Eric Herrera, the center, saying, put the ball in play. And it'll be headed wide off the throw-in by Christian Miramanes. So a goal kick for Sebastian Ramirez and the Pumas. 26-6-4 for El Camino Real. Northern California State Cup champs. Trying to play to the feet of Rangel, could not. High ball played into the defensive third. Engstrom fighting for it. Plays it down the far sideline. Engstrom and a whistle. And we'll see if it was a foul or if the ball was out. And it looks like it will be a throw-in along the far sideline for the Pumas. We're scoreless here from Boise. Mike Safford with you. Thank Turbo Sports for producing all of our broadcasts here from the Treasure Valley today. 5 games going on at the present time. Strikers going the other way. Engstrom, it was a hold, and I think we may see a card. We'll wait to see. Went to the pocket, did our center official. He will not pull the card out, but it will be an opportunity for the Strikers. It'll be Tourville to take it about 25 yards from goal. He will talk with his teammate, Christian Miramanes, about the set piece here. 4 men in the wall for the El Camino Real Pumas. Ball served to the left side, headed wide right. So it was a set piece trying to avoid the wall. And the first shot of the day off the header. But nothing dangerous on that surface. The Pumas, 2-1 in pool play, 5-2 win over Rush out of Hawaii, and a 2-0 win over the Missoula Strikers of Montana. As up the near sideline works Spencer Hines, and a bad touch there. Will end in a goal kick. Pumas lost 4-0 to Players Soccer Club out of Nevada, but came back, beat the Santa Clara Sporting Green 1-0 in the quarters, and then yesterday got a goal from Pacheco in the 65th to beat the LA Galaxy Gold 2-1 to advance to this title game. Strikers FC, they have yet to lose, 4-0-2 in the tournament. 2-0 win over LA Galaxy Gold. Scoreless draw against the Westside Timbers out of Oregon. And then a 5-2 victory over Arizona Arsenal to win Pool B. Then 2 wins, both shutouts, in the quarters and the semifinals. This ball be played in for a goal kick to my right. El Camino Real is Salinas, California. I have been to Salinas. Hour and a half south of the Bay Area. Monterey Peninsula. As it's Miller trying to work a ball to Pacheco. And it goes over all of their heads. 50-50 ball, and it will go to the Strikers. From La Habra, California, Orange County. Been a while since I've been to that area. But say hi to everybody watching today. Had some great numbers on our live stream. And a whistle and a push by the Strikers. Not much in the offense for either team. A couple chances early for the El Camino Real Pumas in the first minute or two. Strikers FC had a chance on a header off a free kick. That was in the 11th minute. From just inside the mid-stripe. Directing traffic. And the ball played on to goal. And first chance of the day for Luis Morales with 4 clean sheets on the weekend. Losing the ball. Trejo able to collect. Plays it to the middle, and Pacheco. Pacheco working wide. Ball played in, looking for Rangel. And it's won. Long run. And finally they find the open Spencer Hines. Hines near post. Hard shot over the goal mouth and wide. Will it be a corner? Yes. Trying to find the runners. Had Santana running across goal. Also had Pesarelli running across goal, but could not find them. So it'll be a corner kick number 2 for Brony Toledo. So it'll be Toledo for the corner. He'll use the left foot, it looks. Short corner. Tap back out across the goal, trying to get it in the feet of Hines. Hines crossover, and foot gets tipped away. 18th minute. Ball served in, tipped out by the Strikers. They'll serve it back in far post, over everyone. They find Toledo, but I think he was off. And the flag does come up. So our first offside, this one against the Strikers. They had someone at the far post, but unable to connect. Scoreless midway through the first here from the Simplot Soccer Complex. Great complex just south of downtown Boise. Ochoa plays a ball in, trying to find the feet of Sergio Ruiz. Also looking for Rangel. Has a shot and a save inside. And it looks like we'll have a little stoppage. An injured player, I think that's Hines. He was the one who was going in for that chance. We have not had a call for the training staff to drive out. It is Hines, and he is up, and he is good. So they'll hand the ball to Sebastian Ramirez, the keeper. He can pick it up and drive a ball upfield if need be. Both teams going to have their first substitutes come in next stoppage. Pedro Cortez set to check in. Ball goes out along the far touchline. And it looks like we will have a pair of subs. Unfortunately, once again, two numbers that don't match up with what we have. I can tell you that it is Pedro Cortez coming on. But one of the guys we don't know comes off. So a guy comes on for another guy. Don't know either of their names. Ball served to the far post. A header. And wide. Again, working hard is Hines right at the near post. Now it looks like it'll be a corner kick opportunity. So await Alberto Villacana, wearing number 9 today. As we wait on the near side. Will they go short corner again this time? They do not. Serve near post. Headed away. On the rebound, had a chance for a flying kick there. Teammate got in the way. On the counter comes El Camino Real. But it's served right back in the mix. Couple players offside. Ball not played to them. Teams trading possession right at the 50-50 strike. Nigel McGowan right in front of us. Plays the ball in, looking for the feet of Ochoa. But right into the foot of a striker. Quick pass up, the running Hines. Will it be a corner kick? No, it'll be a throw-in for Strikers FC out of La Habra, California. We are scoreless. 24th minute here in the first half. Hines with a long throw, middle of the box. Got through to the second wave of players, then cleared out. Far side of the box. And it'll be a goal kick for the Pumas. Carlos Daniel Vargas set to check in for the first time today. All these U16 players, kind of their final hurrah at the U16 level. And he will check in and give the hustling Anthony Rendell a little breather. Rendell, a lot of spirited runs early in this match. Ochoa with the head. Gets the feet of Pacheco. Pacheco down the near sideline, shoulder to shoulder. Work hard. Ochoa trying to keep it alive, can't. Great defense played that time by Passarelli. Plays to the feet of Hines. Little triangle along the near side. Finally, it goes out. Working with Reyes, Hines, and Passarelli all together, right in front of the near touchline. As we await the throw, right in front of the El Camino Real Pumas bench. Best opportunity was off a free kick from about 35 yards out for the FC Strikers. Long ball down the near side, and we'll see it will be Strikers with the throw. Long throw, chested out by Cortez. High header. Trying is Pacheco, but unable to collect it. High ball to the midfield stripe. Good work there by Reyes. And he'll get a second chance at it. They'll reverse it. Now Molina all the way to the far side where Miramontes will play down the left sideline. Finds Engstrom. He'll body up into the box. Try to find Santana on a run, but it's wide. Working along the far side is Bronny Toledo. He has a goal in this tournament. A throw in for the Strikers. Wearing the white tops and the black shorts today on this warm early afternoon in Boise, Idaho. Off the throw, it's a turnover. Trying to work it to Daniel Vargas along the far side. Looked like a handball that was not called. Game really being played between the 18s, at least here in the first half. Teams still feeling each other out. 27th minute. Both teams showing the defense that has been key to their success in this tournament. First subs we'll see today for the Strikers. Working the far sideline. Possession changing 2 or 3 times, and then finally as they try to play a ball to the middle, whistle blown and a foul called for a tackle on the Pumas. This will be a free kick opportunity for the Strikers. 30 yards from goal. Molina. He's sizing this one up. As we look to see, it may also be Tourville. It'll be Tourville to take the free kick. Blake Tourville will put a shot on goal, and it's punched out by Sebastian Ramirez. That one was just underneath the crossbar. But a great save by Ramirez to keep this a scoreless game. Off the quick corner. They'll play out. Low ball into the box, and right there again, Ramirez to one knee to keep his team out of danger. Danny Benrostro and Alex Ayala sent to check in. As down to the far corner, works Alberto Villacana. Villacana trying to get to the sideline, still a lot. Villacana chips it in over the outstretched head of Pacheco. He had a chance from the top, a shot and a save. Ochoa that time with a low drive. First shot on goal for El Camino Real. That one by Ochoa. A low drive from 20. Got through everyone. And it was Luis Morales that had to go down to a knee to get to that one. And whistle along the near side. Looks like a card going to be issued. A card will be issued to Carlos Daniel Vargas on a hard tackle right in front of the Strikers FC bench. And he went down hard. And looks like they will call the training staff off. Again, earlier today, finals. In our early game today, FC Salmon Creek 3, Rebels SC 1 in the U16 girls. Also on the women's side, in the U18s, Beach Academy on a late penalty kick knocked off FC Nova of Idaho 1-0. In the U17 boys, Seattle United 2. They defeated the LA Premier 2-0. The U14 boys, Las Vegas Soccer Academy, a 2-0 win over Eastside Timbers. And in our first game here on field 19, in extra time, it was SC Sporting Green knocking off Rio Rapids of New Mexico 2-1. Injured player has come off. For the Strikers, that's Benjamin Palafox, one of their center backs. One of the key players in their central defense. Also see that Hines has sat down, trying to take himself a little breather. They'll pull the goalkeeper up, at least it looked like, to take the free kick for the Strikers. Instead, it'll be Reyes to do so. 33rd minute, if there was no stoppage time. And off the free kick, ball headed out by McGowan for the Pumas. Reyes to bring the ball into play just outside the box. He'll flick one, and it gets cleared out by the Pumas. They'll pull back to Alfred Molina. A slide tackle opportunity, but that goes awry. Then cleared up by Arcado Claudio. And now a whistle, and looking like the far side. That whistle on the other field. That's Villacana. Serves one in and headed out by Paradox. Back to the middle of the field. Farias. Looked like a handball, not called. Plays it up to Buenrostro. Tips it back to the middle of the pitch. And the team's trading possessions. 6 straight touches in which neither team's been able to win possession. And it'll be a throw-in along the far side. And it looks like we will have a substitution. Miguel Asano, Christian Reynoso, each to find their way onto the field. Also, Jorge Tellas, he to check in. Pacheco going to sit down. And it looks like Vargas, who just picked up the yellow card, he's going to sit as well. Throw in along the far side. Headed to the middle of the pitch. 50-50 ball. 4 green shirts around it. And they play it up back to midfield. Blake Tourville. Plays back to reset. Now a long ball down the far side. Trying to play to the feet of Engstrom, and he gets it inside the box. Engstrom's shot blocked. Will they get the save? Yes! It was blocked by Ramirez off Engstrom's blast. And before they could get a runner on to try to tap that one home, Sebastian Ramirez dives back to collect the orb. Oh, boy. Long ball, trying to find Reynoso. He was onside, but a little bit long. Off the goal kick. Here come the Strikers, who have been very dangerous over the last 15 minutes or so. 36th minute. Ball touched wide. Now flicked on to the feet of one of the Pumas. No numbers on either team's front of their jerseys nor their shorts. Chipped in by Reyes, trying to find Engstrom, and Ramirez has to rush over for the collection. Only having one striker up top, at least for right now, are the Pumas. Good run by Villacana. Served in, back post, and a goal! Pedro Cortez, as the service got through to the back post and with a left foot just flicked one home. And in the 37th minute, El Camino Real on the board. Great service that time from Reynoso, went all the way across the goal mouth. Unable to get the ball cleared out. Off his line that time was Morales, and just the little lefty from Cortez just punched her home. What a goal. And it is 1-0, nearing halftime for the squad from the Monterey Peninsula. Off the restart, strikers work the far side, unable to get it. Heard it was a great goal. Heard we got a good replay on it too. Ball served up. Kept alive by El Camino Real around the center stripe. Pile up there on a 50-50 ball, able to collect it are the strikers. Look to play the ball wide to Reyes. Low pass and a whistle. Dangerous tackle. That time by McGowan. It'll be a opportunity here for Benjamin Palafox, who's back in. Try to get an equalizer here before halftime. 39th minute, barring any stoppage time. Palafox serves it right in, far post, headed out. So the Pumas, who have allowed 7 goals in this tournament, yet to allow anything today. Free ball in the center of the pitch, kept alive by the strikers. They win that one. They've gotten the ball to Engstrom, their top scorer, a couple times, but have been unable to find the twine. '40th minute. As a long ball played up, trying to run onto it is Reynoso. But right there's Morales, and he'll play the high volley to the near side. To Reyes. Now to Tourville. Passarelli. To the left-footed Miramontes. Along the far side, trying to make a run was Ayala, but he slipped on the pitch. And it's cleared out by Seca. And it looks like we've got a change. So let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that goal. Again, like I was mentioning, ball played down the right side. And you'll see it on this replay. Comes all the way across the goal mouth. And then right there to slot it home. The was Pedro Cortez. Great job by folks upstairs. You're in stoppage time here in the first half. Trying to get an equalizer before halftime is the strikers out of Orange County, California. And the ball gets topped out by the Pumas. Rushing again comes Reyes. 50-50 ball right in the middle of the box. And it's cleared away again. That back line has been strong so far for the Pumas. Winning the ball is Ochoa. Tip far side to Molina now for the Strikers. We are in stoppage time here in the first half. Playing to the feet of Toledo and unable to make a play. Have not heard how many minutes put on the clock. It's a big old pile up there, and it will be a goal kick as battling was Ruiz and also Passarelli. The goal in the 27th minute. Right now, the difference. Off the goal kick, ball got all the way up through a pair of players, but now a little bit of room here for Alex Ayala. Ayala plays one across the center of the 6-yard box, but it's flicked out. Kept alive by Reyes. Tries to serve one back in, and it finds a sea of golf carts. You'd think we're at a country club today. I can see 8 of them within a 20-yard radius as a Delta jet comes flying into the Boise airport, which is a par 5 from us as well. We're in stoppage time here in the first half. Ball played up to the 15. Kept alive by Ochoa. Ochoa off a give and go, gets himself into space. Ochoa on goal. Ochoa just misses. Nice job by Morales to stand his ground. Down the far side. And they'll play it across the top of the center stripe to Tourville. Trying to go wide now to Reyes. Reyes off the feet of Nigel McGowan. And it will be a throw for the FC Strikers. They'll lob one into the area. Off the second try, right back into the feet of Reyes. He'll flick one far post, and it's over everybody's head. He was looking out there for John Dauphin. Quick shot. Oh! Dauphin puts it home. A one-timer from 25 out. And we're tied at 1. The reserve comes in and gets the Strikers even. Didn't look like anything dangerous. It was a long ball over. He collected, chested it basically to himself. All of a sudden, he was able to collect at his feet, turned, and just rocketed one there. And we are at halftime. So in the 3rd minute of stoppage time, Dauphin strikes one home, and we're all square at 1. What a way to end that first half. A goal in the 27th minute by Pedro Cortez, but then it's John Dauphin, his 2nd goal of the tournament. He gets the equalizer in the 3rd minute of stoppage time, and we are all square at 1. We'll take a timeout. Let the folks who bring us these great broadcasts here from Boise, let them tell you their story. I'll be back to recap this first half here in a bit. Your score at halftime reads El Camino Real Pumas 1, the Strikers Football Club North 1. We're back here from Boise after this timeout.
our program. And I think there's something really meaningful when you have to step on the field and know that you got there not because you were given something, but you earned that thing with everything that you had, and that's what makes it super special.
I first fell in love with the game of soccer at a really young age, probably my second year playing. I had a rough start. My first year, I never touched the ball once. I played 11v11 co-ed, and I sort of just picked daisies and smiled at the camera for my mom and did cartwheels. But then my second year, my mom had asked after the season, do you want to continue playing? Do you want to try other sports? Like, you could do gymnastics. And I was like, well, maybe we should try something else. My mom's like, okay, well, just one more year and see how you like it. And then if not, we'll go to do something else. And the second year, my mom said that, like, off the kickoff, I just took the ball, dribbled it straight to the goal, and shot it in. And ever since then, I've been in love with scoring goals, and it's been, gosh, 2 years later, something like that. My parents have been hugely influential in my career. Neither of them played soccer themselves, but as soon as my sisters and I took to it, they were our coaches, our managers, our cheerleaders, our biggest critics. I remember growing up, my parents would tell me, you can go out with your friends as long as you can juggle 100 times first, or, talent is a gift and, it's a sin to waste it. Go outside and practice and make yourself great. My mom shagged balls. She drove me an hour and a half to practice even after I got my license in high school so I could do my homework in the car. And, they've traveled around the world now watching me play and getting to enjoy it on the back end. I remember everything about my youth club career. I think that there's nothing like being a young girl playing soccer. I get to play now in front of huge crowds and with all this spotlight and attention, and I don't think I'll ever have that feeling that I did going through my U14 national championship. I remember winning state cup. I can tell you how I scored, what the score was. I remember going to Hawaii. That was our regionals, Region 4, and I remember that national championship. And I think that it stays with me so much because it was about camaraderie. It was about growing and learning who you were and, making these lifelong bonds. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I was just talking about this. I can tell you whose dad that is, whose dad that is. I both stay in touch with both of them. I actually don't know who's carrying me, though. Oh, I look really young for an 18-year-old, just throw that out there. But yeah, I think that this kind of embodies exactly what I said. Just the camaraderie of our parents in the background supporting us, following us all the way, celebrating with your teammates. In terms of advice for young players, I always say it's a little difficult to keep perspective at that age, and it feels like at times your whole life is riding on winning and losing games. But I think that, what I remember now isn't, the wins, and it wasn't the success or the accolades. It was the feeling. It was how much fun I had with my friends and how much fun I had working towards my goals and learning those important lessons. So I think for young players, just keep that in mind, that when you're happy, you're at your best. You're playing at your best. So stress and pressure, let it fall away and let yourself be who you are, and that's the best you can do for yourself and for your team.
USU Soccer is the largest youth sports organization in the country and provides playing opportunities for first-time players as well as future superstars. Everybody starts somewhere, and for the over 3 million players every year, USU Soccer is the place to grow and to develop.
Well, it's a lot of fun to watch them play. It's a lot of fun to watch them build their confidence up and to learn the technical piece of the game, but also a lot about teamwork and what it takes to be a good teammate.
The only thing that I can do for them is really have them understand that through discipline, hard work, framed as soccer, but more importantly applied in school, is the vehicle ultimately for the success of themselves and their families.
I like playing competitive soccer because it gives me something to be really proud of, and that I know that I'm putting my effort into something and that I'm really getting results out of it. I love my team and I love playing, so the whole thing, it can be hard, but it's 100% worth it, and it just gives you something, a purpose in life that you can really put your heart and soul into.
I first fell in love with the game of soccer when I was about 6 years old. My parents signed me up for a youth league, and I love running around and scoring goals and doing all the fun things, sliding and kicking the ball. So that was the beginning of it, and I try and cast my mind back to those days when things get tough.
I've got quite a few memorable youth soccer moments. It was a learning experience. You know, I was one of the better players on my club team, but then, you know, being selected for the New Jersey ODP, I suddenly found myself kind of at the bottom. And, you know, when I made the regional team, suddenly found myself at the bottom again. So I think it was definitely a learning experience, and I had to work hard, and you know, it didn't come naturally for me. I had to kind of work at it. But I would say, you know, playing with my club team, the Medford Strikers in New Jersey, winning 2 state championships with that team, they were like my family, and I still keep in touch with some of those girls, and those were some of my most memorable moments, kind of being with that group for 4 or 5 years.
You can't ever have success without remembering how you got there. I believe that it's the only right thing to do, to always go back to where you started. Always go back to the people who helped you, thank them, and then go back to where you started in the same environment and try to help other people achieve the level of success that you have.
1, 2, 3, Coyotes!
I love soccer because it kind of just embraced who I was. I was competitive, I was aggressive, I just wanted to run for days, and it was fun. I loved being a part of a team and fell in love with it pretty quickly. I chose soccer as my single sport I wanted to do pretty early. My parents were huge, I think, in my career, especially when I was younger. My dad coached me a few years, playing in my first couple years. And then when I kind of went in to go play in club, they were my cheerleaders. They were the ones that would go out with me when I wanted to train on my own a little bit, and driving me to and from practice, wherever it was, and tournaments they came with as well. So we were a big soccer family, that was for sure. Our state cup was fun. My team was very competitive. I mean, we had a lot of competition as well, but I can't remember how many we won. Maybe 9, I think, is what we counted with our team, which made it so much fun. That was always like the big goal at the end is win state cup, go to regionals, and go to nationals. And we always fell short going to nationals, which still hurts today to even talk about. But I had so much fun in those tournaments, and my team made it even 10 times better to be a part of. Looking back on it, playing in state regionals and the big tournaments for us back then made me a better player. It inspired me to want to go further and take it to the next level, wherever that was. And for me, it was to go to college. It was to be a part of the youth national teams. The competition just brought that want and the will to work harder to try and be a better player. And kind of being a part of those bigger games, those bigger tournaments at a younger age, kind of just planted a seed to want to continue and go as far as I could, and was able to go with the opportunities that I had.
Serving it, it's headed home! The U.S. has scored, and they'll take the lead. Wide open is Julie Johnson.
As I've learned with my journey is to enjoy the journey. That it is hard, but it's definitely possible. So dream big and dream as big as you possibly can, and you definitely can be a part of this team. It just takes a lot of hard work, and if you're willing to do that, then you'll be here. If you're willing to understand that it's going to take a lot, but it's so worth it, and if you love it, go for it.
I've talked to a lot of college coaches who feel that the National League is the best recruiting tool for them because they know that everybody has earned their right to be here, and that every game is going to exhibit a lot of quality players.
You know, you see all the college coaches out here for the National League, and this is a great environment for us to see players at that next level, to see if they fit into our programs. But the competition is very good, and it's refreshing to watch some really good games.
it's been a while since I've been around, youth soccer, and this is an excellent tournament. It's run really well. Every team I see tries to play and has a good mentality with good coaching. I've been very, very impressed, and it looks to me like U.S. soccer and certainly U.S. youth soccer is heading in the right direction. So I'm quite pleased and happy to be a part of it.
Today's broadcast of the U.S. Youth Soccer Far West Regional Championship brought to you by Nike, the official supplier of U.S. Youth Soccer. By Bubba Burger, the official family fun burger. By Kohl's, the official department store of U.S. Youth Soccer. By the National Mango Board, an official snack of U.S. Youth Soccer. By the MLS, official grassroots partner. And by Nestle Nesquik, the official post-game drink. Today's broadcast of the U.S. Youth Soccer Far West Regional Championships brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance. By Toyota, the official automobile of U.S. Youth Soccer. By the Wilson Trophy Company, the official awards, medals, and pin supplier. By Liberty Mutual Insurance, the official auto, home, life, and workers' compensation insurance. By the National Soccer Coaches Association of America, official sponsor of U.S. Youth Soccer. And by Turbo Sports Group, the official video streaming production company of U.S. Youth Soccer webcasts. Mike Safford back with you here in Boise. We're tied 1-1. El Camino Real and the Strikers Football Club, pair of California teams, fairly evenly played first half. The offense started to pick its way up in that last 15 minutes and saw both teams score goals. In the 27th minute, a goal by Pedro Cortez with a left foot after a good cross from Christian Reynoso. And then in the waning moments in stoppage time, in the end of the period, John Dauphin collected a loose ball just outside the 18 and lined a low shot into the right corner of the net, and that evened things up. Green shirts are El Camino Real. The white shirts are the Strikers Football Club. We are tied at 1 here in half 2. We've finally gotten word as to who some of the players are wearing alternate uniforms. Was talking with Carlos Vargas, the head coach for the Pumas. Said he had 2 players who had jersey issues, both wearing different numerals today. As Pedro Cortez along the far side can't collect that ball. They try to come up to Noah Engstrom, their top scorer. Now chested by Dauphin to Engstrom. Can he catch it before it goes out? He cannot. However, it'll be a throw-in for the Strikers. So Alberto Villacana wearing number 9 for the Pumas today. And Sergio Ruiz, we were trying to figure out who number 14 was, and that was Ruiz. And just to start the second half, a player down for the green shirts. Seems like we have seen the injury more often than not. Card on the field today. This is the second match we've had. This is the 4th or 5th time. I saw earlier today France with a victory at the U16, picking up a win over Ireland. Germany has eliminated Slovakia 3-0 as well. So 5 of the 16 games, I should say 5 of the round of 16 games are now complete. Again, last night, it was Colombia, 1-0 victory over the USA in the third place game of the Copa America. That one was in Glendale, Arizona. And the title game coming up later tonight, Chile against Argentina. Can Lionel Messi pick up that elusive victory? Heard some harsh words from Argentinian legend Diego Maradona about the fact that if his countrymen cannot pick up the win tonight, that they just as well not come home. Always one for definitely not afraid to mince his words. The guy who had that goal from the heavens in '86 in leading Argentina to the World Cup win. The Pumas player is up, being helped to the golf cart on the far side. That is Andres Farias, one of their top center backs. And it looks like he will be replaced by Jorge Tejas. So that's a tough blow early here in the second half for the Pumas. And it looks like plenty of stoppage time will be added at the end of this half. Through it all should be a throw-in the far corner for the Strikers. We're tied at 1. A pair of goals in the final 15 minutes of the first period. Has the ball thrown right into the mix, looking for Engstrom, and it's headed out. Flicked by Buenrostro into the mix, where Pacheco able to clear it out. Able to flick back in. Looked like a handball that was whistled. So it'll be a handball called against the Strikers. I could see it from here, and then you saw 5 men in green all put their hand up at the same time as well. Ball coming our way again here. We're not protected. We're not in a booth. We're not elevated. One has already drilled our producer engineer square in the noggin. I've got a leg injury. Sure as heck don't want it to hit my leg, that's for sure. Ramirez will come out beyond the 18 for the free kick. Winning the 50-50 ball are the Strikers. Engstrom trying to win this one with 3 players on him, using that strong body. Able to play it back. 3 players in the middle of the pitch. That's Ochoa. He'll play one through, and it's cleared out by the keeper, Morales. Headed to the center of the pitch. And a whistle. And it'll be a foul called against the Pumas. Quick restart, trying to work it in, headed out by Trejo. Long ball down the right side, and that one is out. They were looking for Reynoso coming down the near side. Looked like the ball never was touched, but they'll play into Engstrom, and they'll earn a corner. It'll be the 4th corner for the Strikers today. Santana along with Toledo. Well, they play to the short corner. We saw them do that the first time. Santana will play it far post, unmarked man there. Was it touched or not is the question. And they say it was touched by Reynoso. No, they say no. So it will be a goal kick. Reynoso and Pacheco were both on that far post. The question was whether or not that ball was touched. And they say no. So it'll be a goal kick for Ramirez. Played right to Ruiz, but he cannot win the ball. Working hard at the other end is Toledo to Dauphin. John Dauphin, who has a goal, sends one all the way across the defense, trying to find the running Benrostro in the far corner. It'll be a throw-in for the Strikers. 47th minute. We'll have plenty of stoppage time due to the injury. Ball played into the mix. Nothing there as the ball served all the way up to the center stripe. Nice job playing to the feet was Ayala. But losing control of the possession was Reyes along the far sideline. The goal scored by the Pumas in that first half, just the third allowed by the Strikers in this tournament. As a ball chipped in nearly over the head of the rushing Ramirez, who will serve a ball up, played to the feet. Nice job there as they find Pacheco along the near sideline. Pacheco with the ponytail, long locks, loses possession. Long ball to Toledo down the near corner. Can he run on to it before it gets to the end line? He does. Plays back in, high ball into the middle of the mix. Dauphin's in there, far post. Engstrom can't get it. Flicked on, off the post and in! Danny Benrostro. A volley with the left foot off the left post and home. And the Strikers FC have the lead in the 50th. That was a dangerous, dangerous play. And Benrostro with that left foot, able to touch it and knock her in. So after trailing early 1-0, the White Shirts the lead for the first time. But still, 30-plus minutes left for a team in El Camino Real who have been able to score goals at times at will in this tournament. Good win there for Ochoa. A good touch down the near sideline to Reynoso. A 1v1 in the corner. He'll play a low looping ball, cleared out by Ayala. Engstrom. And the ball's going to be played to the far corner for a corner kick, I believe. It was Engstrom that drew all of the traffic on that last goal. Dauphin started it with a run, tried to get it to the far post. It was cleared out, but that volley by Benrostro right to the far post, over the outstretched arm of Ramirez off that left post and home. Corner opportunity, near corner, flicked in front, still in the mix, shot high. Passarelli that time. 2 or 3 chances right there in the middle of the scrum. Ball should not be allowed, at least defensively, on that low corner to be able to go much further than it was. And Passarelli had a sitter that time from about 10 out, just missed high. As we play on, 53rd minute. 2-1, Strikers FC have the lead. Now they could get into the defensive shell. They'd only allowed 3 goals this whole tournament. Big collision in the middle of the pitch, and it will be a foul on the Strikers. So a free kick just inside the center circle. And the Pumas can push up. Do not see Anthony Rangel, their speedster, on the pitch here to start the second half. It'll be Miller to play it in. Chips one right into the middle of the scrum. Keeper comes out, punches a player in the back, but he was able to win that ball. Good run down the near sideline. Hustling comes Toledo. Toledo through a pair of players. He'll earn a foul. Free kick for the Strikers. Great run, going nearly 50 yards that time, was Bronny Toledo. That was a good service in by Miller at the other end. Morales came off his line to punch that ball out. Had to go through a player to do so. So a free kick chance here for Buenrostro. He'll play short. Toledo tries a flying right-footed shot, and they say it was blocked out. It'll be a corner. 6th corner for the Strikers Football Club. Out of the Orange County, California. Member of the Southern California Developmental Soccer League. They won the Cal South National Cup title as the ball served in off the corner. Chance by Passarelli, not there. And then a big old pile up just outside the 18, and a yellow card issued to Pacheco. Right there in the half circle, outside the box. And while they send the trainer out, other finals we have. In the U16 girls, Legends FC knock off La Roca Premier 1-0. In the U17 girls, it was the Eastside Football Club 2, the Celtic Storm 0. Just finished just next to us, the U18 boys, San Jose Indios 2, the DMS Academy 0. And a final in the U14 girls, the USA Stars 2 make that 1, and the Fullerton Rangers 0. Believe we are the only game still on course right now. So that means all the action here on our USA Soccer Network today on us. And we still got plenty of time. We're in the 16th minute, but this already the second stoppage plus the goal. I'm thinking at least 4, maybe 5 minutes of stoppage time, as it's John Dauphin, the player that's down. Comes up very gingerly, drinking some water. And get a good look there of Dauphin as he turns, and he will not need the cart. Looks like he will stay on the field. Got to give our orthopedists and our folks from our medical staff who have been on site all tournament long. Started a week ago. Dangerous chance right here for a 2-goal chance for the Strikers. Just inside the half moon. And it'll be Ayala to take the free kick. 7 on the wall for the Pumas. He'll take a rope that's off the wall and high. He'll earn a corner, I think. No, it was off of one of his own players on the flick. So salvaging a big break right there are the Pumas. 20-yard strike that time for Mayala, but unable to get it done. Two-one Strikers FC on the go-ahead goal from Danny Buenrostro in the 50th minute. We've already seen one overtime game today. Will we see another? Far side of the pitch goes Reyes. Passarelli plays one into the middle of the box, and it's kneed out by a green shirt. High ball in, trying to get it to Toledo. He'll run out of space. No subs here in the second half so far for either side. The Pumas, the Northern California State Cup champs, 26-6-4. Their record. If you're interested, while we have a little delay, I'm actually the Director of Athletic Communication at College of Idaho, NAIA school here in the Treasure Valley. Also a longtime radio voice of minor league baseball here in the Boise area. Called my first soccer games this past fall. Watched a ton. First time put voice to tape. In fact, watched all 5 games that were on TV yesterday, just trying to get some nuggets and notes. Was unable to use one of the ones I wanted to when the score was 0-0. Wanted to say that the defense hadn't found the key to unlock the goal. We didn't get to use it today. Ball played in for the Pumas. On his line to make the save that time was Morales. On the counter. Quickly down the near sideline works Toledo. On a 70-yard run. He'll play one right into the middle. Official got in the way that time. Did Eric Herrera. Might have helped the Pumas. They come right back. Tejas. Long ball to Ruiz. Hanging on to possession. There's a squad from Salinas, California. They'll play right into the middle of the mix. Good touch that time by Tejas. Jerseys being tugged both way, and I think the advantage will go to the Strikers. Looks like both teams going to go to their bench. Santana set to return for the Strikers. McGowan set to return for the Pumas. I also see Villacana that is up and starting to stretch. So there's our first sub. As you see Reynoso replacing, check that, Santana replacing Buenrostro, who knocked home the go-ahead goal. His first of the tournament. Long left-footed ball played, looking for Engstrom down there. Engstrom works inside, cross over, looking at the far post for Santana, and this goes wide. Carlos Vargas off his chair on the Pumas bench, barking at one of his defenders about not marking the player at that far post. You could see a runner free. 62nd minute, but we'll have plenty of stoppage time. Pair of injuries and a goal. Long ball played into the offensive third. 50-50 ball and a whistle. Push in the back will go on a green shirt. Off the free kick, controlled by the Pumas. Off the back of a white shirt, and then spun with a nifty kick, and the Strikers control. Down the far side works Reyes. Works through a player, and then great job on the defensive side by Miller to win that ball. Up to the center stripe, and a whistle. Advantage to the Pumas. As it looked like Fernando Miller, with two hands at his back, went sprawling to the turf. We're at the Simplot Soccer Complex, just south of downtown Boise. Boise, if you're unaware, about 205,000 people in Boise proper. The Treasure Valley, which is in the Snake River Plain of this area, upwards of 700,000. Most of the population of the state of Idaho is in about a 50-mile radius of where we're at today. Boise State University, where you've seen the blue turf probably for college football, about 4 miles from here. Off the free kick all the way down into the box, and it was Morales who was able to come up and make the play. Boise State does not have a men's soccer program. The school I work at, College of Idaho, it does. And I can tell you this being U16, I'd probably take a bunch of these kids, come put them up against our college team right now. I think they would help our club out immensely. Restart for the Pumas. He plays a high ball in. Off the second, it's flicked. Oh, had a chance for Trejo at the far post. Looked like a handball in the box, and then a tackle. No penalty. Reynoso begging for it. But Eric Herrera says no. We play on. Headed in. On a run, trying to get there at the last second, was Cortez, who scored the first goal. But it was cleared away by the Strikers. Asking for a fresh body. They won't get it. Headed out by Lascano. Trying to win it, Pacheco can't. They'll work near side. Quick touch, Engstrom can't. Now Tejas, right in front of us, plays it to the feet of his teammate. Chipped in by Claudio. A whiff on a try, and now going towards goal. It works Ruiz, and it gets knocked away. We'll see if they'll get the sub in this time. Looks like we will. So on will come Villacana. And to sit for the Pumas is Sergio Ruiz. It'll be a throw-in, 20 yards from goal on the near touchline. 2-1, Strikers over the Pumas. Ball thrown into the mix, headed away, and chested out by the Strikers FC. On the counterattack, it's Santana right down the middle of the pitch. Little quick to Engstrom, far side. Noah Engstrom leaves it back out. There's Rangel, high ball into the middle, and it will be cleared away. They were looking to the far post, seeing if they could get a header with Dauphin making a run, but couldn't. Was wondering when we'd see Rangel back in. He will check in. The speedster for the Pumas. Also the playmaker Spencer Hines going to return for Strikers FC. Looks like Buenrostro. He started to loosen up again. McGowan as well. It'll be a goal kick for the green shirts. Ball played into the near side, no whistle. And they'll push up as a push and a back on that 50-50 ball in that center circle. Players will mark up. As it looks like Miller will serve this one in. They've been dangerous a bit on these set pieces, even from distance. This ball played far post. Out comes the keeper, Morales, to make the easy collection. Long ball off the one touch by Miller. Can he win it? Played wide by Claudio, then won back by the strikers. Toledo working hard on the far side. And he'll earn a throw. Thrown into Ayala. He'd take a long shot from distance and miss high. McGowan will return for the El Camino Real Pumas from Salinas, California. Spent a weekend in Monterey, about an hour west of there at one point. Was able to walk on Pebble Beach Golf Club for a walk down the 18th green, one of my favorite pictures of all time I've had. This was back before selfies happened. But boy, was that a fun time. Ball sneaks through. Rangel trying to get onto it. It'll be knocked out of bounds on the far side. It'll be a throw in for the strikers. Engstrom trying to keep it alive, can't. Goal kick for the Pumas. 69th minute, so 11 minutes remaining in regulation, not including stoppage time. 2-1 our score. Can they get Pacheco? Can they get Seca? Can they get Rangel? Can they get them some space to find an equalizer for Carlos Vargas's 11? That is the question, and it's been few and far between. Right in front of us, in front of the water cooler. And the ball cleared out by the Strikers, FC. Winner moves on to the national championships at the Toyota Soccer Center in Frisco, Texas, July 25 through 31. Great win that time by Toledo. And it'll be a throw on the near side for Ochoa. Waits for his team to get some numbers at strength, but not a good throw in. The other regionals, they've started in Westfield, Indiana. Championship dates coming up June 29th. I know a lot of our crew will be headed there. Then to Greenville, South Carolina for the Southern Regional. And then it closes up in Barberville, West Virginia, July 5th. And it'll determine which teams will head to the national championships down in Texas. A lot of pushing and shoving along that far side. I don't see any cards coming out as of yet. Eric Herrera will handle this. And you can see good sportsmanship that time. As Hines and Ochoa gave each other a hug. Got to have smart play in this situation. Pacheco already with a yellow for the Pumas. And we wait along the far sideline, and now a yellow has been issued to two players. One of them to Rangel, I saw that. The other goes to Hines. It was about as far away on the pitch as could be from us. And from our vantage point, 4 water coolers and a sign separated us, at least as the crow flies. To be able to see it had to do the work of our cameramen. Did a nice job getting you that angle. The throw in flicked in, Engstrom trying to make a run on it, and it'll be a goal kick for the Strikers. Carlos Vargas, he who was booked in the first half. We'll check back in. As Tejas sits down, he came in early in this half after the injury to Andres Farias. That was in the 2nd minute of the second 40. High ball right to the center stripe. Who wins the 50-50 ball here? Toledo looking for someone to drop a pass back to. Instead makes a nifty move amongst traffic. Plays far side to Santana. Santana splits the defense with a good through ball, gets it back. Santana slots one to the far side, Passarelli, and he plays wide. Out there's Hines. Hines stood up, lost the ball, and it's taken away by the Pumas. In the middle of the field is Vargas. Vargas making a run down the left side. Stops his direction, trying to find Pacheco in the center. Couldn't find him. So they'll drop back into the feet of Ochoa. And then not a good pass. Engstrom, 1v a ton, and somehow still continuing to work the top striker for the Strikers FC. Far side of Reyes. And that ball knocked right to Engstrom in the middle of the box. Now Hines plays through. He was looking to try to find the foot of Engstrom, and it works through to the keeper. Ball chipped in. Couple players for the Pumas on that pass, but unable to win it. Strikers done a nice job winning those 50-50 balls this afternoon. Ball cleared out, headed right back into the Strikers zone. And now this one out, it'll be a throw in near side for the Strikers FC. 75th minute, so just 5 more minutes in regulation, but we got plenty of stoppage time. We'll wait to see what Eric Herrera will put on the clock. Needing a goal are the EC Pumas. Far side Rangel. And he gives it up. They had numbers that time. As they come up floor, there's going to be a whistle there. A hard foul to stop the hard charging Jose Angel Reyes. And so Ben Palafox from 40 out. Try to play one in, see if they can get the Strikers a little insurance goal. High chip in, and a great save made in there. Collected by Ramirez. Went high, sure with his hands in the gloves. Goal kick won by the Strikers again. And a nice job by Claudio that time, Arcadio Claudio, to work himself and win a throw-in. Ochoa. Will pull it wide to Claudio. Claudio serves one in the middle to no one. Headed right back, and now Engstrom with a run on it. Engstrom down the near side. Working 1v1, stood his man up. Engstrom gets into the 6-yard box, leaves a ball to the far side. This time it's Hines, the shot, off the post, rebound won't go. 2 players there was Ayala and Engstrom. Second post hit today by the Strikers. And it was that close to being 3-1. And it looks to be a corner kick on the near side. They'll play short corner. You would think with a lead, getting into stoppage time. Little chip into the mix again. This time, it's knocked in. I think that's going to be a foul. Contact with the goalkeeper, and it is a card that'll be issued against the Strikers FC. I think it'll go against Engstrom as he was trying to head that one in. The keeper, Sebastian Ramirez, 2 hands on the ball, was not losing control, and basically bowled him in, knocked him to the backside. Ball popped out, went into the net. But a nice job by Herrera, the center official, to see so. Big break that time, a dangerous opportunity for the Strikers. Off the restart. Ball won by Hines down the far side. And he gets tied up. I don't see a whistle. I don't see a flag up. Just good solid tackle for the EC Real. Can the Pumas push forward in the 79th minute? They wanted a handball there, didn't get it. Pacheco, who has been dangerous in this tournament, gets blocked right back towards him. Right up the near sideline to Engstrom, out wide to Toledo. He'll work back to the middle, slot a ball through, a great through ball, but offside is Engstrom. That's a great through ball, but having to wait just a split second or two more was Noah Engstrom. 3 goals in the tournament for Engstrom. Passarelli and Santana each with a pair. Pacheco and Sheka each with 3 for El Camino Real, but they've done not a whole lot today. Ball played in by Ochoa, cleared out again. That back line for the Strikers has been dominant. Palafox and Molina, those 2 center backs, have been outstanding. And a whistle, and it'll be a free kick. We wait to hear how much stoppage time, because we are in the 40th minute. Ball played in by Sheka. And now cleared away. We'll wait to see how much stoppage time. We'll see. 3 minutes. So they say 3 minutes. So we are in stoppage time. Maybe one more push. As up comes Villasina. Villasina near side trying to get himself a corner. Can he earn himself one? He gets to the corner. Still in, still in. Villasina through a double team. Stands his man up. Now a throw in for the Strikers. Less than 2 minutes left. The throw will come from McGowan. Trying to see if he can launch one into the mixer. Mark each man up. McGowan, high ball in. Headed in the air. Still alive and cleared out by the Strikers' defense. That might have been the last chance for the Pumas, as they will counter with Toledo. Toledo on a run near side. Has it on the near wing. He'll attack the goal. Toledo to the near corner. He'll dump it back. Smart move. Run some clock here. It's Ayala. Ayala works to the center of the pitch. He'll shoot high and wide. Clock continues to run. We're inside a minute to play. And it looks like the Strikers are going to come away with a regional title. There's not much time left on the clock. Having to chase after that ball, and the clock just ticks away for the team from Salinas, California. Will they have a final chance or not? We'll listen for the whistle. I think it might happen right here. Ball served in. Will they get one last chance? It is headed out. We watch the center official, Eric Herrera. One last push, possibly for EC Real. They don't have much time to play with it. It is Rangel, and he will serve it in. That should do it. As Morales has it, he'll kick the ball up to midfield, and there it is, full time. The Orange County team, the Strikers Football Club out of La Habra, are your U16 West Regional champions. Rallying from a 1-goal deficit in the first half, and they get the equalizer in stoppage time of the first half, and then they win it with an early goal here in the second. 2-1 the final. The Strikers Football Club over El Camino Real. Early on, it was EC that got the early goal. Cortez slotted home a through ball from Reynoso on a cross in the 27th minute. But as I mentioned, John Doffin did it himself. An unassisted goal. 3 minutes into stoppage time in the first, right before the whistle was blown to tie it at 1-1. And then early in the second half, it was a volley with a left foot by Danny Buenrostro. Right side of the pitch, volleyed it off the left post and home, and that was the game winner. In fact, the Pumas had just one shot on goal the rest of the way. As it is the Strikers Football Club, they pick up the victory. They add this one to their National Cup champion from the Southern California State Cup, and they will move on to the U.S. Youth Championships coming up in 1 month. It's been a great week here in Boise. This is the final game of all of our broadcasts today. It's been a long one for us here as we thank our good friends at Turbo Sports Group for putting on not just this broadcast, but all the broadcasts we have had throughout this tournament. And thank the staff here in Boise. It takes a village to put on a huge endeavor like this, and especially with the weather that we've had. It's been so much nicer here in the Treasure Valley this week as it's been in the past when this tournament has gone on. One final time, your final here in the U16 Championship. It's the Strikers Football Club of Orange County, California 2, El Camino Real Pumas out of Salinas, California 1. For our cameramen, for all of our sponsors up and down the line, and also for our great engineer, I'm Mike Safford. Reminding each and every one of you, don't just have a great day, make it a great day. We thank you for watching today. Have a great rest of your Sunday afternoon.